I'm learning some things as a newly. Let me turn off my fan. Air conditioner? Yeah, that's the word. As a newly, panic acknowledged. See, I kind of just want to say, this is all new, and it's not. Of course, it's not new. It's stuff that I've been dealing with for a long time, and I'm learning as a newly panic disordered person. See, it's not tripping off the tongue yet. That there are a lot of layers. I don't know how to talk about things like this except in terms of self-blame, and I'm working on that. But it is continued. I was going to say I let it go on, but I still think that's true. I still think that's true. I knew I wasn't okay. I knew that, I knew that it wasn't okay. And I kind of just let that be an acceptable default for my life. I just pretended that I was. And all right, so one of the things that I'm learning is that stopping the panic attacks or slowing them down or easing the effect of them is just the first step. The next step is finding out, engaging with what it was I was this is hard. Engaging with the reason for them in the first place. And I have CPTSD, which I do not like to acknowledge because it sounds wimpy. I know, I'm problematic. I have issues. But don't be upset with me. I have a panic disorder and it's new. And so I'm just trying to, find my way around. Anyway, so I have CPTSD, and my habit has been to pretend I'm fine, because fine was safe in my house. I grew up with people who are extremely limited, and their limitations, dark triad limited, everybody in my family but me. And what I learned was that it wasn't safe to need anything. It wasn't safe to ask for help. And so I just learned to be fine. And I learned to continue to tell myself I was fine. And I learned to look at other people to try to see what was it that they were doing so that I could feel like I looked to others like I was fine. And all of that, and I'm a pretty intelligent person, but I'm also deeply grounded in psych nerdness. So I'm aware of the things that you need to do to grow and heal and stuff like that. And I've done a lot of those things over the years, and we've just unpeeled the next layer, which is me learning how to let people know what they mean to me being aware of, or trying to be aware of, the times when I'm lying to myself or to others because I don't understand how to tell the truth in a moment. And when I say lie, I'm talking about the fact that I never told people what they mean to me. Super complimentary. I'm your hype man from way back. I will tell you all the things about you that are amazing and beautiful, but I don't tell you how important you are to me, because that just always felt too dangerous. And so right now, my practice is there are certain people in my life, I've already begun it, to have these really strange, awkward conversations with, where I kind of explain that first bit, which is, because what ends up happening when you do that is you try to control how they feel, or I tried to control how they felt. I think they're amazing, and when they would start to get down on themselves or be upset about something and blame themselves, I would argue with them because it hurt my heart, because they were so important to me. So rather than engage with where they were in that moment, I would start trying to talk them out of feeling that way, because you're so amazing. And I find that when I tell people, you know, you are so important to me, it makes it easier for me. It dials down my anxiety. It dials down my fear of them thinking of themselves as a person, as not as wonderful as I know they are. And it allows me to engage with where they are in the moment. And I didn't expect that that's what it was going to be like. I just had a conversation with a very dear friend last night, the second of the very awkward conversations in which, I told him exactly what he meant to me. And then he shared something, and generally my instinct would be to say, that's not true about you, you're amazing. But I didn't feel quite so much pressure. I didn't feel that quite so much as anxiety when he spoke that way. And I could just engage with him, with what he was thinking about, what he was feeling about, and have a real conversation that way. I do not imagine that I'm anywhere near the end of this journey. I'm still too anxious to go to sleep most of the time, in spite of the medication, in spite of my efforts to do otherwise. And I expect that's going to continue for a while. It took me almost 15 years to get here. It's going to take a little time for things to get better. But I'm afraid, of course, that I'm wrong. I'm afraid that I'll always kind of be like this. And I don't like being an emotional basket case. And I know that's not good language to use. I don't care. I don't like that right now I can cry over anything. And basically, when I talk to my friends, I just warn them. I just say, hey, guess what? Right now, I'm a watering pot. Just ignore it. I'm actually, nothing terrible is happening. It's that song, 30 Years of Tears. In fact, I think I might sing it. I'll sing it a cappella. Not right now. I'm going to send this, and then I'm going to sing the song. Okay.